Hey guys, it's Matt, welcome to SpeedTutor. So my question was, can you create a realistic car or realistic car controller in Unity? And I always try and take the chance to feature some fantastic assets from amazing developers. And this one today, we're going to be looking at Car Controller Pro. I've been a fan of racing games, whether they're a little bit stylized, adding a bit of drifting, whether it's from the Need for Speed series like Need for Speed Rivals, because they add some awesome drifting mechanics, and the realistic car controller has thousands of customizations, and it almost has a few click setup for any car that you want to create. And we're going to check out all the demos, all the settings, setting up your first car. And the amazing thing is, it's the spring sale at the very moment, and this is going to be 70% off in their splash deal on the 23rd of April. And of course, I'll be posting in the community post every single day, and because there's 50% off assets across the board, and even up to 95% off flash deals on the daily space. Just before I get started, I'm going to add links to the timeline so you can jump to different parts, whether that's looking at the demos, setting up, or doing the installation for this asset. And since actually recording this video just a few days ago, they have added actually a new demo window which looks much nicer, much more professional. And you can just, this is the welcome screen, so you can have the open up the prototype scene, create your own vehicle, add a UI canvas, explore the demo scenes. We can go to demos and you can open up the city all in one. You can click open scene and it will open up in the background as something where you can test on all the different scenes that are available. And the cool thing about this demo is the car will actually be driving around by itself to give you an example of how this can run around and drive in the city. And you've got various selections on what you can use, just like with those selections that you saw on the welcome screen, like with the customization, the city, or being able to select the vehicle. And then when we press play, we've got the regular things like WASD to maneuver the car with the inputs. Then we can use the spacebar to do a handbrake turn. And we've got different ways we can set lights and different things that we want to make appear, with lots of different customizations in there. The great thing about this is that we can always jump back to the main menu and select the vehicle selection, so you can create a cool vehicle selection screen if you want to choose a different style vehicle for this type. So there's various different examples with different customizations for each vehicle that you might want to see. And the coolest thing is you can swap camera angles as well, which you can customize and set for yourself if you want to just mess around with the things that you have. One thing that I do love about this is if you press the space, we've got customizations for controls or behaviors. So if you want more of a drift or a race or a slipless compared to balanced, we can do this, and then you've got a really more drifty style vehicle. And as I just crashed into here, you can see the damage that this car's taken. It includes damage as well, but this is one thing that I like just to mess around with and play around, just sort of drifting around corners and things, because it's what I've always loved to do in lots of different racing style games. And as I say, you can change that to a race style vehicle, which will have less movement outside of the boundaries, and it's much more of a straight road track style vehicle. You can enable different steering handlers and other things. Now if we go back to our main menu, you can see the prototype damage scene. We do have a prototype damage simulation here, so you can see that this will crush parts of the car and flip it over, and we'll be able to go through the crusher and it'll do a lot more damage. And if we move up and go through here, we can go through a crushing sort of little simulation here, and it will really mess up the car once it spits out, and it's pretty much undrivable at this point. Then we've got a demo which is all about transport, so this will let you transport to different places without resetting the velocity or pushing you somewhere else in a different scene, with various different settings that you can set for yourself. There is a prototype for customization, so when we take this vehicle and then we drive into this little spot here, you can see that we can adjust and edit the paintwork to what we might like. We could set the different rim style, and we can make upgrades to the engine or something to make our car faster, change the different spoilers that are on there, and then you can drive out and see the customizations for yourself. One thing that I like to do is just go into the prototype scene, I'll spawn a vehicle, I'll put it on drift settings, you can keep the gearbox on auto, and just literally drive around for ages, just doing loads of cool stunts and things. And then you can set your camera to be able to do different cinematics. Another great one is the fact that it does have its own skid marks manager, so it will have visual effects, different lights that you can set up, and everything that you can make look more realistic for your car that you're wanting to create. Now, as an example in the inspector, you can see it's really component based. So when we've got this car set up, you can see that there's engine, clutch, gearbox, differentials, axles, inputs, dynamics, lots of different customization, including damage, lights, particles, and LODs. And if we click into the engine, you can create lots of customization options for the RPM, the max or the minimum, torque, and things that you would find in normal vehicles. We can go back to the top. You could see the clutch customization, the gearbox. You could set how many gear presets it should or shouldn't have. Even with the axles, you can set the rear or the front to be able to adjust which wheels that it does use, so you can really set up any car that you've got with relative ease. Different inputs that you want to be able to create with steering and otherwise. And you can add particles where it's contact smart, any scratches, anything for the wheels, and even easily add lights where you have custom light options to be able to do indicators, fog lights, normal front facing lights, or anything in between there. And for adding the realistic Pro Car controller here, I've got just the model of the vehicle that I want to use, and it's from the Models Prototype Vehicles Skyline prototype, and all it does is have the body of the vehicle, and it has the front and rear wheels. Now what we can do is we can go to the tools, and we can go to the Bone Cracker Games, the Realistic Car Controller Pro, and Vehicle Setup, and we can just do the Quick Vehicle Setup Wizard. So it's a great thing to be able to set up. So you can select your vehicle in the scene to get started. So I'll select this one, and you can see you can set the model, you can set the mass, and the handling type. So we're just going to set this one to balanced. We're just going to click next. We need the front, left, and right wheels. So we've got the front left, front right, rear left, and rear right. You can click auto detect, but I added them because they were nice and easy and available to see. We can head next, and we can add suspension. We can just click auto calculate because I'm not really sure what it should be. Go next. You can say that it's a rear wheel drive car, and we can auto calculate the torque. We can hit next. We can just select which add-on components that we might want, like particles, inputs, lights, LODs. We can just select all, and then it'll show us a final setup, and we can just say finish setup, and we just might want to add colliders so that we can then interact. And because it's part of prefab, we just can unpack it and make sure it's usable, and we can fix the pivot, and then we can just hit OK. And now you can see our vehicle in here. It does have all those customization options, and if we open it up, it's got the customization for the engine, gearbox, with all these different components that are part of the vehicle, which we can still click in and edit if we need to, along with adding customizations for lights if you wish. So you can see that there's attached lights, so you can have headlights, whereas you can see you can select high beam. You can go to the quick light setup wizard, and you can see that it'll add a bunch of commonly used lights that you might want to work with. And I'll just click create lights for this, and then we can select any of them, hit edit, and we can start to move them around and place them exactly where we expect them to be on the vehicle that we have. And if you ever, you can go back to the parent game object and find those and move them around, because it'll just add things like the front lights, indicators, and the most common things that we'll use. And another really nice thing that you can do, if you click on the bottom here which says validation, you can collect the little refresh, and it may give you an option, because mine said that there wasn't any mesh collider or collider on the body of the object. So if we open up and remember that the original body here, it does need a mesh collider or something to be able to collide with different parts of the ground. So I just made sure that it was convex. And then now when we press play, we've completely set up a drivable vehicle that we can start using, customize all the settings, and use it within the game. And as I said, I just switched that to drift, and now we can start drifting with the various customizations that we already did make. And of course we can use the lights. If I'd put them in a slightly better place, just lifted them up slightly, you can see the indicators or the other lights at the front of the vehicle, like so. So for setup, I'm in a brand new Unity 6.3 project. I've just found in Package Manager, which is Window, Package Management, Package Manager, gone to My Assets and searched for the realistic car controller. I'm going to make sure that I've downloaded it. I'm just going to import this into my project. And I'm just going to install or upgrade all dependencies that it requires. And then we get the pop out. I'm just going to click Import. Great thing about this package, it does have a welcome screen so you can import demo assets and continue. So I'm just going to import the demo assets ready to be used. I'll import those in, and then it does detect that we're using URP, so we're just going to open up the converter if it's not already open. And you can see on the left hand side that the URP is detected, so it says do open up the render pipeline converter. So we just need to do a material upgrade. We can initialize those and convert all the assets. Then number 2 is the lens flare conversion, so we can just hit that. We can import the Text Mesh Pro Essentials because that's appeared, so we'll just import those if they're not already available. Then number 3, we've got the URP import shaders, which we can just import over. We can convert the custom shaders, and we'll press OK. Then we can remove old shaders, and then we can enable post-processing on all of the cameras. And now we can close that and we can just continue to the welcome screen. And now you've got the ability to open up a scene, open up the setup wizard as the UI or any other. You've got an option for the little demos and other information, and you can just pretty much get started by opening up the all-in-one city demo, which will appear down below, and you can just jump straight into it. So I do hope you find this video useful and you check it out on the Unity Asset Store if you're interested, along with the spring sale that's now on, and I'm posting every single day so you don't miss out on any single asset that you might want to get hold of. So let me know what you think down below. Be sure to check out my Patreon too to get over 240 different scripts, assets and projects you cannot find anywhere else. Massive thank you to all my patrons. Special thank you to Joe, and to everybody else who comes to watch the video. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. Cheers.